In the ancient valley of Elah, a shadow of fear loomed over the Israelite army. Their formidable enemy, the Philistines, had brought forth a champion of terrifying proportions, Goliath of Gath. A giant clad in bronze armor, he stood over 9 feet tall, his spear like a weaver's beam. For 40 days his voice boomed across the valley, a thunderous challenge that no Israelite warrior dared to answer. He taunted their God and their king, and the hearts of Saul's soldiers sank with dread, their courage withering before the giant's might. The battlefield was a theater of intimidation, with one man's arrogance holding an entire army captive in fear. From the quiet pastures of Bethlehem, a young shepherd named David arrived at the camp, bringing supplies for his older brothers. He was not a soldier, but his heart burned with indignation as he heard Goliath's blasphemous taunts. While seasoned warriors cowered, David, armed only with his faith and a shepherd's staff, went before King Saul. He declared his intent to fight the giant, recounting how he had defended his flock from lions and bears. All, seeing the unwavering conviction in the young man's eyes, reluctantly agreed. Dismissing the king's heavy armor, which he was unaccustomed to, David walked towards a nearby brook. There he carefully selected 5 smooth stones, the simple, familiar tools of his trade. With his sling in hand, he strode out to face the seemingly insurmountable foe. The air grew thick with tension as the boy and the giant stood face to face. Goliath roared with contemptuous laughter, mocking David's youth and his simple shepherd's weapons. He cursed David by his gods, promising to feed his flesh to the birds of the air. But David's voice rang out clear and defiant, declaring that he came not with a sword or spear, but in the name of the Lord of hosts. As Goliath lumbered forward, David placed a stone in his sling. He began to run toward the giant, whirling the sling with practiced skill. In a fluid, powerful motion, he released the stone. It flew through the air with incredible speed and precision, striking the giant squarely on his unprotected forehead. The stone sank deep into Goliath's brow. The giant's eyes went blank, his colossal frame swayed for a moment, and then he crashed to the ground with a thunderous thud, face down in the dust. A collective gasp of disbelief swept through both armies, followed by a deafening roar of victory from the Israelite ranks. Their fear was shattered, replaced by an explosive surge of courage. They charged after the fleeing Philistines, their triumphant shouts echoing through the valley. A single act of faith by a young shepherd had turned the tide of battle, securing a legendary victory and forever etching his name into the heart of his people's history.